What's going on, everybody? This is a segment from the Nerdgasm Talk podcast. If you like podcasts, well, why don't you come join us as the crew gets silly and Philly while we sit to talk about the latest in comics, games, movies, and all things pop culture. You guys can listen to our whole show on all the podcasts apps. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you guys get your podcasts from. And make sure you guys also support the channel by subscribing to the Nerd Coalition Studios. And for the gaming needs, make sure you subscribe to Nerd Coalition Level Up. This is the Nerd Coalition. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. And now, feel the Nerdgasm. Now let's talk about the big kahuna, which is probably going to take up the most time. They released the Flash trailer.
Let me just say this.
Okay, please do.
WB, I understand. I understand why you ain't fire him. That movie, that trailer was gas.
Oh, now I'm still trying to catch up to the new lingo. Gas means good, right?
Oh, fire.
Fire,
Like,
gotcha.
That trailer was amazing. My jaw dropped. I was like, you know what, WB? I understand. I understand.
Well, actually, you know what? When I first see the trailer, I didn't say it about WB. I was just like this. My first reaction was, y'all was sitting on this shit this whole time?
Facts.
I was like, y'all was sitting on this?
I was like, ain't no way. I was like, you know what? I'll be mad too if Ezra Miller wasn't getting his act together. Like, we got gold here, and you're just sit down. Look, I hate when directors be like, "Oh, this is one of the best movies I've ever seen," because I know you watched the James Gunn DC run.
Yes,
through.
I did.
And didn't he say this is one of the best movies I've ever seen? Like, James, I trust you, but you know, it better be. Looking at this trailer, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And part of me, I'm just mad.
Bro, I'm going through so many emotions right now. It's not even funny.
I'm mad that this trailer looked good.
Bro, it's not even that. This is DC's Endgame.
So that's what the trailer, like, I got chills like I was watching Endgame.
This is there because I want people to understand how, because trust me, we're going to get into the bullshit, trust me. But I want to tell you about how poetic this is. 10 years ago, in June, was the beginning of the DCEU. Mm-hmm. 10 years later, in June, when this movie comes out, it's going to be the bookmark ending of that version of the DCEU.
That's crazy.
Huh?
That's crazy.
Exactly, like a whole 10 years. And what we're getting in this movie is like a culmination of that first. It's kind of like phase one. Just the extremely long phase one. Right? And it's like we're getting the culmination of that. Because seeing Zod back and Michael Shannon, just like, it takes you back to Man of Steel, which got me even more mad. And then seeing that they're doing like a version of Flashpoint. And I'm like, wait a minute. Like, they're actually doing they're doing Flashpoint. The GOAT is back in Michael Keaton.
Yep.
And then not only that, Batfleck is still in there.
Yep.
And then we get Kara Zor-El, which is Supergirl. Because remember when we seen this girl play Supergirl, I was like, and then we thought it was for the Supergirl movie.
Yep.
I was like, it was for this?
Yep.
Bro, I haven't been tossed a curve by WB since they started this shit, but they tossed a curve one on that one. Yeah. I'm sitting there like, what's going on with the Supergirl? Because they was doing the Batgirl movie and the Supergirl, as they said, right? And I was like, what's going on with the Supergirl movie? I keep seeing her on the set and doing this stuff like that. Everybody was like, I don't know if I like her suit type thing. And I'm like, wait a minute, it's for this?
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is Zack Snyder, smart as he was, in the Man of Steel movie, put an Easter egg for Kara Zor-El in the movie.
He did?
Yeah, when Kal-El, or Clark, who you want to call him, goes back to his ship that he finds on Earth, and he goes through it and he sees that there's an empty pod that's there, that's open.
Oh, wow.
He put that little Easter egg in there, and he like, well, just in case they want to do something with Supergirl. I was just like, this bruh put an Easter egg in there that makes sense to the reason, like, now why she would be here also. And another thing, and I'm sitting there watching this thing like, wait a minute. So as the Flash, but now of course we're not gonna Michael Keaton is supposed to be the version of. He's not gonna be Thomas Wayne. We're not gonna get Thomas Wayne and
that's
Martha
gonna
Joker.
be...
We're not getting that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
but just have another Batman, to even have the rumored Dark Flash. I don't think Zod is the big villain in this movie. I still think it's like Dark Flash or Reverse Flash that ties in with the story.
In the trailer, it was someone blue. That was running with the Force.
The blue is going to be that kid version of Flash. That's the alternate Barry's.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there watching this like, oh my god, this thing looks so amazing. And then it slaps me like a ton of bricks that it's Ezra Miller.
Yeah, that's why I was like, bro. Why could you? All you had to do was shut up.
Oh, bro, just
sit still.
A decent human being. You mean to tell me I have been sitting here listening to this shit for a year about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, but this man has kidnapped, abused, tortured,
collecting stars on GTA.
Yeah, just going up on that stuff. Ran away to different countries, abused people in public, and yet, we have not heard a single type of action to be done to this guy. And yet, I can understand people are mad. They got rid of Henry Cavill, and then they said, "Well, we're gonna reboot this, but we're gonna keep." As of right now, well, because I have a theory of I don't think they're going to keep him, but and have Ezra do this movie, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, they knew from sitting on this movie that they had to at least have this story be told, because this is the only thing that's going to get them into where they want to go with that soft reboot.
Right.
And I'm just like, oh my god, this thing is pissing me off in all kinds of ways. So many emotions.
So I know when it comes to Henry Cavill, it's not like he was fired, but he wasn't hired for James Gunn's Superman. Because James Gunn said he was like, I want to go for a younger one, which I can understand. Yeah. And I just feel bad for Henry Cavill. And I really hope that Warhammer movie works out, because he's got bad luck when it comes to movies. He left The Witcher because he was like, oh yeah, I'm confident that Superman will work. And plus, I feel like he just hasn't really shined as Superman yet.
He was. It's like it's kind of like how people felt about the Eagles game. It would have been it would have been different if they were given a chance to win. Right. If Henry Cavill was given a chance to play the Superman that everybody knows and loves, and it's like, okay, well then this didn't work out, it's fine. But he just never was given. I think us as movie fans and as comic book fans would just look at it like, I just want him to get a chance. Right.
And part of me is like, I feel like he's in this movie.
I think so.
I don't know why. So it was one scene in the movie where it looks like Supergirl is flying to the sky holding someone. But it actually looked
Barry.
like... Oh, that's Barry? Okay. Because I thought that was Superman holding up Kara and flying her up to the sun. And I was like, that would have been great.
And like if he has a role in this, I think it's going to be like a character. I know that they went back and cut his stuff out, but after seeing this, I'm like, how much was cut out? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm kind of curious, because I think they're going to, because Wonder Woman's supposed to make an appearance in the new Shazam movie.
I heard that was cut out as well.
Yeah, but see, I don't know what's true anymore, because here's the thing: if it's cut out, right, what difference does it do? Because right now, it's being reset regardless.
Right.
No matter what.
Aquaman is staying. As far as I know, they're keeping Jason Momoa as Aquaman, and I think they're keeping Shazam, which they should.
Yeah, but even still, as of right now, when this Flashpoint thing happens, we're going into reboot mode, and with that being said, I'm sitting there thinking like, it doesn't really matter if these characters are still in the movie or not, because we're about to go into soft reboot, just like it wasn't in the actual Flashpoint story, into something new going into 2024, which I'm fine with. But I just can't. It's like when I was watching John Campea the other day, and I forgot who his co-host, what her name was. She was just like, Look, the trailer looks great, and I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not, just made of stone or anything like that. But it's hard for her personally, just to get past the Ezra Miller stuff.
Oh yeah, I understand.
And I get that.
It's the whole J.K. Rowling Hogwarts Legacy thing.
Yeah. Oh my God, what is going on with? I had to ask you
Oh,
later because I was like, what's going on with that game right now?
Okay, the game is fine. It's J.K. Rowling. She's a 100% transphobe. And she said any royalty she's getting, she's going to put back in the fighting against the trans community, which is crazy because a lot of the fans of Harry Potter kind of found their own identity from that series. So to find like your childhood hero, grow up to be like, I don't like your existence. That's like Tom Hanks being racist.
Ooh, don't even put that in the universe.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you get that, you're shattered.
Don't even put that
So
in the universe.
I understand people that don't want to support it, but I also understand people who separate the art from the artist.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that same argument, and I understand what they're saying because it's like we as fans or as people in general play favoritism a lot of times, and sometimes there are situations where it's like, okay, what are we really looking past here? Are we looking at an accused? Are we looking at the public opinion? Or are we looking at actual facts here? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, when we're talking about Ezra Miller, this stuff has been documented.
Stone cold facts.
Like, he's just there's no getting around this, okay? It is not an allegation. This is not something that he maybe had did. This is like, because we have to separate the art from the artist in every day because people aren't perfect.
Yep.
Every day, every music we like, action we like, something like that, somebody has done something in their life that is not considered deemed worthy. So as people, there are times we have to always look past that. But then it's something like it's like the cold hard facts. It's kind of like when I watched Grace Randolph. She said I can't really watch Kevin Spacey anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
that guy was wild.
You know what I'm saying? Or there's some people that just can't listen to R. Kelly's music anymore. Mm-hmm. Or it's some people that can't watch the Cosby Show anymore because they see it in a different lens. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, but when it comes to Ezra Miller, my biggest thing is they never reprimanded this man not one time.
Yeah, that's the main issue with at least everyone else. At least either the public or enforcement got to him.
Yeah, because it'd be different if they released this trailer in the midst of Ezra Miller on punishment.
Right.
Or Ezra Miller in jail. Ezra Miller doing something like this now. Opposed to running free or just now he's taking therapy or doing something to be like, okay, I'm sorry. And we're going to go ahead and do this. Because honestly, I don't think he is going to be the Flash going forward. I think he lost that job.
Yeah, I think if anything, they're probably just going to pseudo kill him or give it a lot of time before they bring him back and just have Wally in the front.
Exactly. I think that's what they're going to do. Or like I said, when this thing jumps and we get a new Barry Allen, I'm not sure. But but that's after the movie. As of right now, he's the star of this movie that we have to sit here and watch. And sometimes it's just like when you go to the movie theater, because this ain't going to be on streaming. You got to go to the movie theater to see this shit.
Yeah.
It's just like, he already got paid for this movie. So if people, I know people that say like, I don't want to put money in his pocket. He already got paid for this movie, unfortunately.
I think he gets like the royalties from like box offices and all that. But that's like the other thing because I think people are worried about as well.
Yeah, and it's the thing like, God, I don't. No, it's not. I really don't want to. I don't want to support you. But this movie just looks.
It looks so good.
Damn
that's
good.
Like the conflict, and that's funny. I was listening to a podcast. They were talking about the Harry Potter thing. And one of the questions was that one of the people brought up was, if this was something completely different, like let's say this was a new Uncharted game.
Yeah.
And Nolan North had hit with accusations like going crazy. No matter what, you are an Uncharted fan. Like, how would you feel? What would you feel in that situation? Are you conflicted? And this is how I feel in this moment.
To me, it has to depend on, and I hate to say this, but it depends. To me, it depends on what the facts are.
Mm.
It's like this. Okay, let's just side stream Michael Jackson for instance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan.
Yeah,
and through legally and the facts, he did not do anything.
Right.
But public opinion is different.
Right.
That's the problem. Now, it's like when they raided that man's house, when they went through a whole, the man was tried. The man did not have a jury of his peers. It was a whole thing. A whole team was just all about taking him down, and they could find no evidence. Even with the new Leaving Neverland documentary that those two guys came up, where they
I heard they edited it in different countries.
Huh?
They edit the movie, sending it to different countries.
Yes, they reshot, they re-edit, they added stuff to it, and on top of that, their cases got thrown out because they could find no evidence. Where they did find evidence of them trying to get money, but once again, the public opinion. When you have a good public opinion, it's like, okay, of what we see from the public, people are going to accuse him regardless. That's a difference right there. Whereas if I got facts that Nolan North, like, okay, say if Nolan North was accused of being a racist, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, I need more facts. You can just say anybody's a racist, right? I need more facts, and I need to do my fact checking first because I'm a huge Uncharted fan. I want to keep supporting Uncharted. Now, if there's video out there where this man is doing blatant racist stuff, or he comes out and he's racist and he's unapologetic about it, or he's doing stuff like Brett Favre does and he wants to take money from poor people to build gyms when Mississippi ain't got no water, then right then and there I can't support you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be 1,000% honest. Will I be playing Uncharted like in the comfort's privacy of my home every now and then? I'm not saying that I'm gonna throw the disc out, but it'll be hard for me to play this joint. Like, I may die on purpose a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what that is. I think the biggest problem with the Ezra Miller thing right now is the facts, and it looks bad. And what I say by it looks bad is everybody's seen this trailer. They seen that this thing is tying back to Man of Steel. Henry Cavill just got rid of. We're still going through the 2023 slate anyway with DC after James Gunn came out with his announcement, and he has not been reprimanded for anything, whereas other stars, Will Smith, have been reprimanded to almost the highest bar within 2 weeks of that happening.
For much less.
And when you see that, you can't help but to get angry. I mean, of course you had to go, do your facts, just like you said about Henry Cavill. But when you look at it, you have to see it don't look good. And all we see right now is that come June, because this is the first trailer. And they knew what they were doing. They zoomed in on Michael Keaton, knowing that there's a 70% people out there that think that he's the best Batman. And he comes in there, and they got the old 1989 Batman theme playing. They got the old Batmobile. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
He got everything that fans like. He got the flash ring. We go back and see Michael Shannon as Zod again. We see Kara Zor-El finally as Supergirl in this movie. We're getting a whole type of Flashpoint type thing. Like if you watch Flashpoint the movie, like the animated movie, or read the comic books, it's almost page for page from this trailer.
Yeah.
And so fans are going to enjoy that. But then there's going to be the other people that's going to be like, man, I don't know. Now, will this movie suffer? Like, could this movie have made $1 billion? Yes. Do I think it's going to? No, because I do think what happened with Ezra Miller, it hurt it. Like, it's like this. I will see it, but I only probably see it once.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people that be like, I'll just wait till it come out on HBO Max, because the way things are moving, it'll come out HBO Max in 2 months.
Right.
You know, there aren't people out there like my sister and her boyfriend, for example. They'll be like, okay, I'll wait till HBO Max till it comes out because they don't have a podcast to do.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have videos or content that they want to put up. We do. So we're going to try to see it as early as possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's what the whole...
Not even that, just being fans of the product.
And being fans of the product also, which actually comes first. Of being fans of the product. That's my only thing with that. It's just... It's a bummer. I never seen a trailer where I was so happy and yet so mad at the same time.
Same. I hated that I liked it.
Yeah, bro, I loved it. I can't say, because I just did a reaction. I can't say Michael Keaton's my favorite Batman. And first of all, I got scared because I thought that Bat Cycle was from The Dark Knight. I thought that was Christian Bale.
It looked like it. It definitely.
I was just like,
it.
yo, y'all can't tell me y'all doing No Way Home and putting 3 Batmans in this joint. Y'all can't tell me y'all doing that. And I was just like, because I'm about to lose my shit. Like I was really about to do it. And like I said, if they showed us all this in the first trailer, what the hell is in this movie?
There is more.
Like if they showed us, you showed us Supergirl, you showed us Michael Keaton Batman, you showed us Ben Affleck's Batman, you showed us Zod, you showed us 2 Flashes. What else is in this movie? If that was the first trailer. DC has done a lot of dumb stuff.
Another one.
What you say?
I feel like there's not going to be another trailer.
I think there is going to be another trailer, and the reason why I said I think it's going to be another trailer is because even in business they make dumb decisions, but they ain't that stupid because they know they're going to have to market this thing. Because the one thing that they did say, Ezra Miller's not going to be going around doing promotional tours for this movie.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, but it's just like that's a slap on the wrist, you know.
Yeah, that is a slap.
Yeah, but they said that he wasn't going to be going around doing any promotional stuff for this movie. And with that being said, it's just like, okay, so you gotta even the trailer, it don't show his face. I mean not the trailer, the poster. The Flash movie poster that they came out with, it don't show his face. Mm. So he's not gonna go around here promoting this movie like like Robert Downey Jr. or Chadwick Boseman was for their movies. He's gonna be on the sideline, and you're gonna have to rely on trailers and hype to get into this movie. And maybe they put Michael Keaton on the tour,
right?
Things like that. But it ain't gonna be Ezra. So yeah, they're gonna do another trailer probably in April, because this is coming out in June. Like, that's 4 months away, which is going to come like crazy.
Yep.
And it's going to be something. And it's like, if there have been so many screenings of this thing where people come out and say this is one of the best superhero movies they've ever seen. I'm not talking about regular content creators or regular fans like that. I'm talking about people that work in Hollywood, shit like that. That's going and seeing it. And when James Gunn's seen it, it's like James Gunn has worked on both sides of the thing, Marvel and DC. And if he's clamoring that this is really good stuff, I'm scared to take his word for
it. Now, we did get people saying the same thing about BVS in the general public. Remember how that was. But he was like the only 2 people who liked it.
Well, also the difference with BVS is that they had a screening off, with, the people that they bring in to see the movie. No other director other than Zack Snyder was talking about how good it was. Mm-hmm. We're talking about somebody, James Gunn, who worked on both sides. You can't have a bias because he worked on the Marvel side, and who is releasing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is his final one. Yeah. And doing DC, and people you may argue that some of his DC content, like if you look at Rotten Tomatoes, the highest DC content is James Gunn stuff, which is Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad. Yep. So I do think when it comes to a movie standards and superhero stuff, he know what he's talking about.
Yeah, because he's a nerd.
Exactly, especially
he's the one that hangs up the comic books, that he reads the comic books that he hangs up.